What is up, and welcome to episode 6 of Game Focus. I am Perkins, and as always, I'm joined by Platty. And right away, I've got to ask, what have you been playing?
This week, I kind of had a bit of a nostalgia week. Like, I ended up playing Sonic Generations.
Whoa, okay. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, just out of the blue. But it's not that long of a game. Like, it's about 3 hours if you played it before.
Oh, okay.
I think I was just randomly talking about Sonic on one of my live streams, like, last week, and I just thought, actually, I'm going to play it. So, decided to do a full playthrough of that.
Is it 3 hours because you've already played and you know what to do, or is it just 3 hours for anyone if they were to pick it up and play it right now?
I would say it'd probably be 3 hours, but I did skip some of the challenges, what you can do.
Oh, right, okay.
So there is more stuff.
Okay,
yeah, it's not just 3 hours.
Was this a full retail game then? Was it like a little download?
It was a full retail game when it came out.
Oh, right, okay. That's surprising, isn't it? It's only 3 hours long.
Yeah. But there was, you got all the time trials and stuff like that if you want to go back and try and beat, like, your friends' times and stuff like that.
Yeah, I suppose it's that sort of thing, and it's sort of speed running sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Sonic Generations, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, nice, good game. Came out a few years ago. Get ready for Sonic Forces.
Yeah. Sonic Mania first, anyway.
Yep, Sonic Mania next month.
Anything else then you've been playing?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add to Sonic?
Great game. Obviously, it's like classic levels and new levels. Like, it's got old Sonic and new Sonic levels in it.
That's pretty good.
So that's good.
Feed both fans.
Yeah. Like, I think that was the last, like, well-received Sonic game. Because afterwards it was all the Wii U exclusive ones. Like, I did enjoy it. I think I played that game about 4 times now. Like, 4 playthroughs.
Blimey. You like your Sonic games, don't you? They're not really something that interests me that much.
Yeah, I do. Like, I like the 3D ones as well. So, like all Sonic, really. But that is it for Sonic. The other games I've been playing is Kingdom Hearts 1.
Okay.
On the PS4. Went back to that.
Which is quite relevant with D23 just happening at the weekend.
Yeah, but that's what actually got me back playing it again.
The
that
unveil of the
announcement.
new world, which we will talk about later on.
Yeah. Just enjoying that game. It's getting difficult now with a few bosses. Like, I almost wanted to throw my controller out the window on one of them.
Yeah.
But I won't say who it is or whatnot for spoilers.
No.
But it does get quite difficult.
Well, I also play Kingdom Hearts a little bit, and it did not click with me one bit.
Is that due to the combat?
I found the gameplay just to be really mundane, just really dull and boring.
It does get better though, because you have like your magic and you have your summons. Like, I think you have that in Final Fantasy 15, don't you?
Yeah, the mega summons.
Yeah, the mega summon's quite cool because you have Disney
Final
characters.
Fantasy 15, it was more, you had more to balance and more to do, whereas this just felt like it was just mash X just repeatedly.
Right. Okay. There's pretty much that, like, the main combat, but the combat is meant to get better in other Kingdom Hearts games.
Yeah, I've heard that the second one's a lot better. But it's like, do I want to just jump to the second one, or should I just move on to play something else that I might enjoy?
Yeah, that's true.
It's a difficult proposition.
I just like it, like, just going around the different Disney worlds.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff there. Anything else, as well as Kingdom Hearts and Sonic?
Played the Splatfest on Splatoon 2 over the week. Well, last weekend.
Yep. You were Team Ice Cream?
Yep. Team Cake against Team Ice Cream.
Inevitably won Team Ice Cream because I think everybody picked Ice Cream.
Yeah, everyone you're just facing, it was just against you. You're facing against your own team theoretically.
Basically, we were doing team battles, weren't there? There were 4 of us,
yeah.
And we'd go up against another 4, and every time it'd be Ice Cream versus Ice Cream. So it's like, what's the point?
Yeah. Hopefully the next one's a bit more like even in terms of like who people choose.
I look forward to trying the next one. I've also been playing Splatoon. I've obviously got the main game as well. I've been playing that. So it's a lot of fun, that game. It's a lot of fun. Have you tried any of the single player on the main game yet?
I haven't yet. No, I do plan to very soon. No.
There's levels which are frustrating, but it's like some levels I feel like you need to have the motion controls on. I don't know if you play with them on or off.
I play with them off.
Yeah, I turn them off. But there's a level where you've got to use like a sniper, and
right.
Oh my words, it's so frustrating trying to like line certain shots up.
Oh, with like, normal analog stick control.
Yeah, and the only way to turn it back on is to quit that level, then turn it on, then go back into that level, which is kind of frustrating.
Oh, you can't do it in game.
I don't believe you can. I tried it, and I don't believe you can. Have you played much of the multiplayer? What sort of level are you in the multiplayer?
I think I'm level 6.
Level
so
6,
far.
okay, I think I'm the same. I've played probably 2-3 hours of it, maybe.
Yeah, same.
It's a lot of fun, that game. It's so simple, but so satisfying.
Mm.
Just splatting that ground, covering it all. The bright colours help as well.
Yeah,
So many
definitely.
shooters you play, it's just browns and greys. But this
This
being
is
so
just nice
bright
and
colourful,
colourful.
it's like
Yeah.
you want to go back to it quicker.
Yeah.
I love the aspect of the clothing, how they all give you like little stat boosts, and it's like, do I pick that which I like the look of, or do I go for that which has got better stats and that sort of thing?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
And obviously you've got all the new weapons and stuff which they've added, which I don't believe I've tried many of the new stuff. The Splat Dualies I've tried, where you can roll from stuff, but I don't think a lot of the new weapons are unlocked till quite later on.
Right. What's your ones you're using at the moment?
At the moment, it's just
Weapon.
a splatter shot, just a basic one. But I have just
Yeah,
unlocked.
that's what I'm using.
Is it the aerosol gun? Do you remember from the first game? It's like a spray gun. It's really fast fire rate, but it doesn't have a huge
Oh
range.
yeah, I've seen someone do that. I use that weapon. It was pretty good.
I was messing around with it on the testing range because all the weapons you can test them out, can't you, and see if you like the
Before
feel
you
of them.
buy them, yeah. That's a good idea
It's
actually.
a really good idea. I think one of the CODs did that as well. But yeah, I was testing that early and it seemed really good. So I'm going to use that in my next multiplayer match.
Yeah, that's good then.
What sort of guns are you using?
Just a splatter shot at the minute. I'm waiting. I'm gonna try and get to level 10, and I'm gonna see what weapons are available, and then
Oh, okay.
try different weapons. Get my money coins up as well.
What's the special on that one? Is it the one with the jetpack?
I think so. It is, yeah. Because at the moment the
Use a
splatter
jetpack and
shots
fly
stay
around
down thing in it, like
Yeah.
the Roman range you call it, but yeah.
The Roman Reigns, yeah, because he jumps and does a massive punch into the floor.
Yeah.
So Splatoon 2, I think that's... I'm enjoying that so far. I don't know about yourself.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I can't wait to jump into the single player.
I mean, it's weird, isn't it? Because it's more of the same, but it's so fun to play.
Yeah.
It's
And
good
so
to
far
really
we've
know.
only played because the normal mode is turf war. You have to
Yeah.
be level 10 to do rank matches, so we'll have to try that out when we do reach level 10.
Yeah, I'll definitely jump into ranked match. Try some
Yeah.
different gameplay modes.
Mm-hmm.
So have you been playing anything else other than those 3 games?
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay, I'll jump into mine. Obviously, I mentioned Splatoon. We just talked about it. I
Mhm.
also played alongside Splatoon Bulb Boy, which I promised last week. This game was going so well until the end, and it just fell off a cliff.
Hmm.
It's a point and click game, so obviously it's naturally it's puzzle based, and you've got to like react stuff in the environment. But it gets to this certain point where it literally asks you to button mash, and I must have been
okay,
button
that's
mashing
strange.
for about 5 minutes solid, and it was really frustrating.
Sounds it.
And there's a bit that what it is, it's like a thing it opens its mouth and spits something at you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you button mash, oh no, so you spit something out of your mouth, and if you're button mash and you're spitting, so your mouth's open, and it occasionally fires stuff, and if it hits your mouth, you die, and you have to start all over again. So if you
God.
get that wrong, you'd be button mashing for hours. It would drive me crazy. I almost threw it out the window. But
God.
up until that point, it was really good. It's
Mm.
I hate games when it's like that, where it's it's amazing, it's amazing, it's amazing, and it's like nope. But it was only £7, so it's not. I can't knock it too much. I enjoyed my 2 hours, I think, with it.
Yeah, well, it's something like new indie game on the Switch as well.
Exactly. For £7. I mean, it'll go on sale eventually, I'm guessing, but for £7, I didn't mind.
Yeah,
I don't mind that.
as long as
The
you
next-
enjoyed it. Always
Yeah, it was alright. The next game I've been playing, Street Fighter 2 on the Switch. I am terrible at this game.
good.
I didn't realise how bad I was at this game. I was actually semi-decent at Street Fighter 4 and 5. I am not good at Street Fighter 2.
Is it because it's more simple, or is it?
It's
just-
way more simplistic than 4 and 5. I mean, makes
Mm.
sense, obviously, because it's an older game, but I wasn't prepared for that. It's, oh my god, it absolutely kicks my ass. I mean, you're quite good at it, aren't you? Because you've had, 20 odd hours on it?
Yeah, like
So you
I
had
enjoyed that more than Street Fighter 5 and 4 myself.
I just found it was a bit, I don't know, it weirdly feels more accessible to newer games. Now I've played that.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't think it is. I think it's just a learning curve that I have to learn. And eventually it'll click and I'll be able to play it.
Yeah.
And also it doesn't help that when you jump online, everyone's had experience.
Yeah, because people had probably had it since release.
So that's kind of tricky.
Mm.
But yeah.
Who do you like playing as on Street Fighter 2?
I think Cammy is the easiest one to play as, but I think my ultimate favourite is Zangief.
Zangief, yeah.
That guy's the best. His moveset
Yeah.
is amazing. So they're my 3 games: Bull Boy, Splatoon, Street Fighter 2. They're all on the Switch, actually, I've just realised.
Yeah.
Very Nintendo heavy week.
As always, normally.
As always, yeah. Fanboys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not actually been playing on PlayStation and Xbox weirdly this week. I tried out on, because Xbox Games with Gold or whatever it's called.
Right, was it Watch Dogs and I can't remember the other game?
I think it's called Grow Up.
All right.
I
Is that
remember
the
playing
Ubisoft game?
Yeah, you played a little robot. I remember playing the first one called Grow Home, and I used to love that one. You had like your little bean sprouts, and you had to fire them up, and basically you had to climb as high as you could to get to his spaceship.
Right.
Well, in this one, his spaceship gets destroyed, and you have to find all the pieces for your spaceship, and you obviously find them going higher and higher.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been playing this, but it got to a point where I kept doing it. And I was like, why am I playing this? Like, what is the purpose of this game other than to get to the spaceship? So it was like, I'm not going to play any more of this because there's so many other games I could be playing. It's a fun game. If you've got games for gold, pick it up, check it out. It's a lot of fun. But I just came to a point where I was like, I'm kind of wasting time here. I could be doing, playing other games.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I've been playing. That's what you've been playing. So up next, the news. As we mentioned earlier, D23 was this past weekend, and Kingdom Hearts got a new world shown off. Now, the new world goes alongside, I believe it's Hercules, Tangled, and Big Hero 6. Are they the three they've announced previously?
Yeah, so far.
And was there another one? Was Frozen announced? Have I made that up?
No. I think you made that up. I think that's what everyone thought was going to be announced.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So the world that was announced was Toy Story, which was pretty epic, being as that was one of my favourite movies as a kid.
Oh yeah.
And the graphics look amazing. It's almost Pixar quality
animation
visuals. Yeah, it's amazing. I hope they get the voice actors to do it from the movies.
I think they'll get Tim Allen.
Yeah. Tom Hanks might be a tricky one.
I think they'll get his brother because he's done the other video games for Woody.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So he does sound alike. So.
Well, that's a good idea actually. I never even thought to do that.
Yeah, he's been the main voice actor for Woody for quite a while on the video games. That is.
So Toy Story is a pretty epic world. It looks amazing. I believe they gave a loose release date as well because they didn't officially say when it was out.
Yeah, they just gave it.
It will be out next year, 2018. It will be out.
And everyone literally the reaction just like laughter, just going, yeah, come on.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I believe it was also hinted at that there might be a second playable character, which I don't know much about because obviously I don't know how many playable characters were in the first and second game and stuff like that. I don't know if you can speak to more on that.
As far as I'm aware, all I know he plays Sora.
Okay, so maybe that is a cool thing then.
Yeah.
So that was Kingdom Hearts at D23. Also, last week, Evo was going on, which is a fighting event. So there's a few games revealed, but they don't seem like a big deal as far as I'm aware. I don't know about you. Like, is it Project M? It was called. It used to be. It was like a mod of Melee.
Yeah, for us. No, for Brawl.
So it was a Brawl, and they've released announced their new game, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
Which it looks very, what shall I say, Smash Bros. Rip-off-ish.
Yeah, well, I suppose that's like a given since they made the mod on
it looked
Smash
alright
Brothers,
to be honest. It didn't look like a bad game.
But when you got Smash Brothers, it's like, well, I might as well play Smash Brothers.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing I want to talk about is, we seem to go on about this every week somehow. It's like the Switch.
Yeah.
Switch and Dragon Ball. You'll get it every week. Maybe Resident Evil 2. Trunks was officially revealed. It was officially announced. Before we just saw him in a magazine,
Screenshot.
I think.
Yeah.
So now he's officially happening. Then they announced that there's a closed beta coming soon, I believe. They don't give a release date, did they? But they just said it'll be very soon.
Yeah, I think it's the 26th of July you can sign up.
Oh, they actually announced that?
Yeah, the closed
Hopefully
beta.
we can get into that. That'll be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And they also, later on in the week, I believe it was Tuesday or Wednesday, announced 2 more fighters coming to the game in Krillin and Piccolo. Which brings the total up to, is it 9 fighters?
Yep, and those are the ones that you can play in the beta.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how many have, like, full term. I wonder if it's going to be like a Street Fighter, so you've only got your 20 fighters, or if it's going to be, like a huge roster.
I can't remember now. I think that he said in an interview it'd be more than like 20, but it would be less than like 25, so it might be like 23 or something like that.
Right. So we need to get like the best of the best.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. So I'm looking forward to that game. Every time you see it, it looks better. It's weird.
Yeah. Oh, have you seen the screenshots of Krillin and Piccolo?
I have. It's funny you should say that, because on screen now, people will see a screenshot of Krillin doing a Destructo disc.
Yeah. It just looks so good.
The
question is, though, are they going to have the 2 different Krillins, like one with hair and one without?
Yeah, that's just a costume change, and I imagine they can do that quite easily.
Yeah, but it's just mental how like I think Piccolo looks like for the anime to the game.
Yeah.
Like they look great every model, but I mean like I think Piccolo looks the best in terms of like from the anime to the game.
Honestly, if you got a screenshot and took away all the hood and stuff like that, there's moments where it's like, is this a game or is this the anime?
Yeah.
It just looks that, on point.
Yeah, it's like special moves like for like Trunks when he does his move like with his arms.
It's
before
perfect.
He does his move. It just It
is perfect. I honestly can't wait for this game.
I know, like you said, hopefully we can get in the beta and play some of that.
And it's out early 2018, which can't come soon enough because this game just looks so much fun.
Yeah, definitely.
It seems like a fighting game that I'm going to want to learn how to play.
Yeah.
I always want to learn how to play fighting games, but I always lose that commitment.
Mm-hmm.
But this one seems like one that I'm actually likely to come back to.
I'm curious if that's actually going to be one of the Evo games next year.
Yeah, definitely. If it's out early year, so what's that, March probably, then yeah, definitely. Gives people a few months to practice, get ready. So, next, Telltale revealed a few games, because obviously it's Comic-Con this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Well, they did like a Nintendo Direct video, didn't they?
Yeah, Telltale getting out ahead of Comic-Con. I'm guessing at Comic-Con they'll announce a few more parts of these particular things.
Mm-hmm.
So they revealed Wolf Among Us Series 2, which... that's brilliant for me. I really like the first series.
The worst thing is though, I've played it. The worst thing is they said like, no, it's not coming season 2. Like Eurogamer did a report literally a day before.
Because it leaked, didn't it? And then they were like, nah, it's not happening.
Yeah, it's like nope.
And then the day after they're like, yeah, it's happening.
Well, on the video they were like doing announcing tweets going about like people like, oh, please make Wolf Among Us season 2.
Yeah, I think that was one of their best like things that they put out. Wolf Among Us Series 2, Series 1, sorry.
The Fables thing, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was really good. Like it was such a strong retelling of these. Well, it's actually a comic series which I've read the first few issues, first few volumes of.
Right.
And it fits perfectly in with them. It's really good. Really impressed with that. So I'm glad that's coming back.
Did they give a date for that?
Oh,
is it 2018?
I think it's 2018. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing they announced, I don't know if this is in order. Actually, I don't know why I said that, but Batman Series 2. That's coming quite soon. Actually, is that August 22nd?
Is it August 8th? No.
Is it August 8th? It's
It's definitely in August anyway. Yeah.
I might do a fact check and put it on screen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel on that. I really like the first series of Batman, but that seems to be coming way too soon, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, because was Batman this year, like the first season, like early this year.
This year, definitely.
Right.
In fact, no, I think it was this year, wasn't it? Yeah, that seems way too soon to be coming out for a series 2.
Is it a full series season 2? Then it's not like a spin-off series.
It seems like it from what they're saying.
Right.
Obviously, it features now. I think Riddler appears in the first episode.
Right.
And obviously, Joker is back in some capacity. Because obviously, we didn't get the transformation from him to Joker. We sort of just saw him in Arkham Asylum, didn't we?
Right, okay. I haven't actually played I've only played the first episode of the Batman.
Oh, really? I thought you finished this.
No.
Alright, well, I will shut up now then. But yeah, Batman Series 2 should be alright. I'm kind of losing faith in these Telltale games, but I think the first series of Batman was, fun enough.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to the second one. I'm definitely looking forward to Wolf Among Us, because that was one of my favourites, like I say. The final thing they announced was... Sorry, were you going to say something?
No, go on.
Alright, the final thing they announced, Walking Dead, the final season. Which, that surprised me, to be honest. I didn't expect them to announce it as the final season.
Well, it's Clementine's final arc.
Is that how they're pitching it?
Yeah,
So
it was like the final... Yeah.
The last one ever. It's just, that's the end of this storyline.
Well, going off the video what they put out, they said that it was like Clementine's end, so...
Okay. That's interesting. I mean, I don't really know much to say about this because I haven't played Series 3, but that's weird then, that there's sort of sending mixed messages there for me.
Yeah,
it's the
that
final
they could
episode,
go back
but
to
then
it.
it potentially isn't the final episode. Why did they call it the final series then? Or the final season?
Unless maybe it is the final of the property, and they've got other ones lined up.
I hope so. 'Cause, they've been good, the Walking Dead games. At least the first one was. The second one was alright. You seem to think the third one's pretty good.
Yeah.
So they've been worth a play. But it'd be cool if they get rid of this and then bring in something else. I did see a rumour recently that 007 might be a Telltale game coming out.
Well, that's very interesting.
Imagine how cool that'd be.
Yeah.
That'd work really nicely.
Yeah. Yeah, in that format, yeah.
There's so many things that'd work in that format. I can't think of a thing that wouldn't. Like Star Wars would work.
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who would work. In fact, that'd be perfect. Do it now.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, Telltale. Just talk to BBC and then get that contract signed.
I thought you gotta get all sorts. Ghostbusters work in that. Die Hard would work in that. I'm just looking at my movies now while I'm saying this. But there's so many things that work in this format.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where they go after Walking Dead then now.
Well, what series have they still got at the moment?
What do you mean?
Well, they've got Guardians at the moment, aren't they?
They've got Guardians and Minecraft, I believe, at the moment coming out. And then obviously we've got Wolf Among Us and Batman Season 2's coming out. Weirdly, nothing about Game of Thrones. I expected a second series.
Maybe it's something to do with the voice actor, because they actually had the people from the show, didn't they?
Yeah.
So maybe that's the issue with that.
Maybe. It just seemed weird. I honestly can't remember how that ended now. I finished it so long ago. I can't remember if it was a cliffhanger or not.
Right. Well, if you haven't played that game, it's currently free on PlayStation Plus, if you don't want to check that out.
That's another thing where you think, all right, so they're going to obviously have a second series because they've just put it for free. Mind you, I suppose that's probably because the show's just come back.
Yeah, but they had Tales from Borderlands last month, didn't they?
I'm surprised there was not a second series of that, because everyone seems to love that.
Yeah, that got well received.
So the final piece of news is about Call of Duty, and more specifically about Call of Duty Zombies. Now, I believe they've been tweeting over the past few days, like, different voice actors coming to it. And so far we have David Tennant, who, as I'm sure you know, from Doctor Who and several other things. Catherine Winnick, I believe it's pronounced, who's from Vikings, played Lagertha.
Right.
Elodie Young, who, if you've seen Daredevil, plays Elektra. Then I'm not sure who this next guy is. I've not heard of him before. He's called Udo Kier, who's a German actor. I've not really heard much about him. And then the last one, I believe, is Ving Rhames, who you've probably seen in Mission Impossible.
He has been in something else. I can't remember what it is, though.
Oh, obviously, they've all been in other stuff. It's just...
the most popular shit.
Just so I'm thinking people can put a face to the name.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this, to be honest. Like, the trailer came out, and it looks very atmospheric.
Yeah.
Which is what you want from a game like this. It looks on point. And I
think it's a free add-on as well, isn't it, to Call of Duty?
It's just a free add-on, yeah. I mean, it's going to be weird. I don't know how they build the atmospheric and the horror element, but keeping it sort of the wave horde mode type thing. I don't know how that's going to work. It's an interesting... Well, I suppose it's going to like Killing Floor in the way, isn't it? It's going to end up being very similar to that.
Well, it seems like in contrast to Infinite... Is it? What was the last one? Infinite Warfare?
Yes.
Yeah, because that was more of a comedic zombies mode, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Like the theme park and whatnot, yeah.
Now, I believe some of the developers on this game actually made Dead Space. So there's a lot of influence of that in this game, and which you can see in the trailer, quite apparent. They actually said in an interview that they're taking quite a lot of,
time to make
Dead
it.
Space.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for Call of Duty Zombies. I might be more excited for Call of Duty Zombies than the rest of the game.
Well, some people legit just play that mode, don't they? They don't play any other mode. It's like you've got your single player people, you got your multiplayer people, you got your zombies people, and you got everyone who will have play a bit of everything.
I'd kind of love it if it was kind of like its own story mode to it. So it's not just a horde mode.
Right.
So they can use that, so they can have an experience that's just a standalone 4 or 5 hours, just a story mode with zombies, as well as the horde mode. I think it should be a lot of fun. Just because you play a horde mode, like sometimes you play it for an hour, sometimes you play it for 20 minutes. It's very hard to win them games.
Yeah, unless you got a good team.
Yeah, exactly. I'd love to see like a finished arc, like a final thing.
Yeah, I know what you
just
mean.
Play and not fail.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see everything in that it has to offer without, wasting too much time, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Call of Duty Zombies looking pretty good then.
Indeed.
So that's the news for this week. It's quite a lot of stuff this week. In comparison to a couple of weeks ago.
Because of Evo.
Because of Evo, yeah. Because Evo actually happened, I want to sort of discuss maybe some fighting game memories you had as a kid, growing up, sort of get your take on where you stand in the fighting genre.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you want to kick us off with any of your memories.
Well, you talked about it earlier on, what games you've been playing, but it wasn't on the Switch back then. Street Fighter 2 on the SNES. Just love playing that. I never knew any of the combos though. I just used to pick Chun-Li and then just do like, the kicking move all the time, like just spamming one button masher
funny.
back as a kid.
I never really got into Street Fighter until I believe 4.
Alright. Well, I think I only went from like Street Fighter 2 and then it was like from that to Street Fighter 4.
Yeah. Street Fighter 3 is a weird one. You never hear anyone talk about it.
No. Was it actually called Street Fighter 3 or was it like Alpha? Was it the Alpha series?
Oh, is that why? Is it just
the PlayStation games?
Maybe it was, yeah. Like I say, I don't know much about Street Fighter before 4. Obviously, I know of 2.
Yeah. It was like,
So
I don't know
many weird
1
little
either.
spin-off games. Yeah, Street Fighter 1.
So you only hear 2, 4 and 5 now, really.
But then 2 is one of the best games in the ever.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Mhm.
Did you play Street Fighter with your mates then, or was it more just you played against a computer at that point?
I played against a computer. Used to play a bit of local multiplayer with a few friends because it was only 2-player. Yeah, with 2 SNES with things. Yeah, it used to be just good fun.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I didn't really have fighting games like that. I used to play stuff like WWF Warzone. I don't know if you ever played that on the PS1.
No, the only one I had was SmackDown. And SmackDown 2.
Well, I was going to say WWF SmackDown 2. I remember that quite clearly, where you could fight in the backstage brawl areas and smash people through walls. I know it's not technically an Evo-style fighting game, but I still thought it was worthy of putting on there.
Yeah.
I used to play Mortal Kombat as a kid, which I don't think I was supposed to play as a kid, because that game is mental.
And violent, but yeah.
But the game for me when I was younger, and it was like, when you need that, right, let's settle this in a game.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Dragon Ball Budokai games on the PS2.
Ah, nice pick.
Specifically the first one, I believe. I remember playing it at my mate's house so much. I think we actually played for the story together, you'd pass the controller every fight.
Alright, yeah.
I used to love this game. But then it wasn't really till I got into uni that the Street Fighter phrase kicked off. Everyone was mad in Street Fighter. And it was actually, amusingly, well, there was 2 points actually. There was a demo in HMV for Street Fighter 4. Played that loads. But it was more specifically the 3DS version. In certain classes in uni, like before the class and after the class.
Oh, was it not
during
it? Alright, okay, there you go.
We'd all just have a little tournament on these 3DSs.
Mm.
It was a lot of fun. Just just chilling out, throwing down. It's like midway through a lesson, it's like, I want to fight. Let's go.
Not in real life, but on Street Fighter.
Absolutely destroying people with the red Cyclone Zangief.
Did you use the touchscreen for the special moves, or?
I did at the start, but then as I got better at the game, I
learned
got rid of
the combos.
Yeah. I used to love that game, that 3DS game. I think that's probably the most played Street Fighter game I've had, which is crazy.
Alright. Mine's Street Fighter 2 for the Switch.
It's so much fun. I think at the time it was, handheld, and now it's evolved basically into the Switch version.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've got any other memories you want to share.
I'd say Smash Bros. Melee.
Melee?
Melee, yeah. Doing like that, because that was that was my first Smash Bros. Game.
Yeah.
So playing that locally, like 4 players just, fighting it out.
I imagine that was chaos.
Yeah, just going mental. Like, I remember just doing like some finishes. Like, my mate used to always play as Ganondorf. He used to be annoying me with the grab, what he used to do. I used to be like, I actually used to be like Bowser and stuff like that. Very
Bowser.
good fun.
You don't play as Bowser now, do you? Who do you play as now?
It's mainly Kirby.
Kirby, yeah.
Kirby and Captain Falcon.
Is that because he has the ability to swap into different things?
Yeah, and I just like the character.
I suppose.
Like back in like the probably Melee and Brawl days, I used to mainly play as Link. Because I used to like Link, so.
I think playing online on fighting games, you lose that aspect of, what makes a fighting game special?
Yeah, I must admit, it's more fun playing it when you're with someone in person than online.
We played a lot of matches on Street Fighter the other day on online, and it wasn't that special. But I remember when we went to that place and we played in that arcade. It was so much more fun, both being there in the moment, and I don't know, it's weird. It's like they used to be in game. They had to have. Do you remember Soul Calibur? Obviously, you remember Soul Calibur.
Yep.
They had what was the last one? Was it 4? Or did they do 5? Was it 5?
They did 5 on the PS3, and then
must have been Soul Calibur 5. They had a demo machine set up in game.
Right.
So many times during uni, lunch breaks and stuff, we'd just go there the entire time and just play Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
Because you're playing against each other in the same place, there's so much more fun to it.
Yeah.
Just half my experiences with street fighting games are just playing for free.
Yeah, just in the shop.
And they used to be occasionally they'd have Mortal Kombat. Marvel versus Capcom. You know,
That's
like
one series I
tournaments and
never
stuff.
played.
No, I got the third one. And I was kind of like, it's quite a difficult game to learn.
Right. Is it because it's
I,
the 3v3 or is it do you
yeah,
just
the
mean
free v
combos
free.
and stuff? Yeah.
It's just there's a lot to like learn in that game.
Mhm.
But I remember there was always tournaments at uni about with them, and I used to always enjoy watching them.
Yeah. I think
They're a
with
lot of fun at fighting games.
esports getting better now, like EGX and stuff, like you can go to events, like,
Yeah,
especially in the UK. You got like the Capcom Cup sometimes they do come over. Quite a lot of competitive scene around the UK.
But it's just a weird in a weird place really, because everything's moving to online. But I think it definitely benefits from the local play. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like it's actually hard to get like people together. Obviously, you've just said that there's big tournaments and stuff. But if you just want to play for fun, it's actually quite difficult to get that many people in to play for fun.
Yeah, unless you go to, because now there's like quite a few gaming bars opening around in
Yeah,
places.
I suppose it's
So
that sort of
if
thing.
you go visit there, I guess.
There was one that I went to by uni, and we used to play. I actually think it might have been Street Fighter 2 there. You know.
Was it? Well, on
There
the
was some
SNES
Street
or
Yeah, I think it was.
right?
What else has it come out on Street Fighter 2?
Probably every other platform like known to man. You know, it's Capcom.
I
think it did
was
actually
the
come out on the
SNES it
Mega
came
Drive.
on. I can't remember what it was on now. But yeah, they had that there, and we played that quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, when we had our 3DSs, why did we need to? Just used to whip them out and destroy.
Well, I remember playing Soul Calibur 2 at school, like at lunchtime when they had the little games thing.
Yeah.
Because I remember doing that in a little tournament. Randomly, you won chocolate and a packet of crisps, like a
What was
like
it, like
basket
an
of that.
actual tournament run by the school?
I don't know. I think it was like a third party person who used to come in, and then you could play like there was like they had like Halo there, and then they had like Soul Calibur 2. They had
That's well
another
epic.
racing game like called Mashed, and
Oh my
then
God, that's brilliant.
randomly just joined the Soul Calibur thing, and I was like, I'll just play it, and then like I enjoyed that game. Like I think it was the GameCube version they had.
So you could play
So-
Link.
You can play as Link, yeah.
Is that what everyone played as?
No, actually, surprisingly not.
That's the thing about Soul Calibur games. I really don't know any of the characters, and have no particular love for any of them.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I-
like you see a
Yeah, go on.
Tekken and it's like, whoa, King, that guy's amazing. Or you see Paul and it's like, that dude's amazing.
Yeah. And Eddie. Anyone who
Yeah.
used to just button mash is just like everyone hates Eddie because of
And it's
that.
like Street Fighter, you see Ryu, Chun-Li, Zangief, all these characters, you know them instantly.
Hmm.
Who the hell do you know from Soul Calibur?
I can name probably a few, but not like there's Ivy, Voldo. Probably the only
See,
two I could
these
name.
names are doing nothing for me. It's weird. I think it's about time Soul Calibur came back. Hopefully it does come back.
Yeah, but they did bring the second one out like remastered on the Xbox 360 and PS3.
So, okay. That's,
Like I said, I want that to
before
come to
or
the
after
Switch.
5?
I think it was after 5.
After 5. How does it play than a Soul Calibur? Is it more of a Tekken type thing?
Yeah, but it's more with weapons like swords and stuff.
Yeah. Obviously, I said I played it in game, but I didn't play it loads.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, because there were like 4 or 5 of us, we had to sort of share it out.
Yeah. So did you never play 4 then with the Star Wars characters?
I remember playing, again, I think it was a demo center in game. I always remember playing Yoda because he's really short. You could
Yeah.
just sort of jab him and they could barely hit you.
Well, I think if I remember rightly, that was a 360 exclusive.
Yeah.
Then you had PS3 was Darth Vader.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Which Darth Vader seems more balanced than Yoda.
Yeah, because he's small, yeah. And
What
they both had
weird,
Star
like,
Killer.
what weird deal that is, though. Star Wars character in Soul Calibur. Like, what? Think about that for a second.
I know,
How
like
weird is
Namco
that?
just trying to publish that deal just with LucasArts. Just go, you know what? We want some Star Wars characters in.
I know, what's that about? It's so bizarre.
Yeah.
It's weird. So fighting games are definitely there's a special place in my my life for
Genres,
fighting
yeah,
games.
yeah.
Yeah. You just have to have the right one. Like we said earlier, Dragon Ball, that looks amazing.
Mm.
Definitely want to get into that.
But it's like me, like, I recently watched Evo over the weekend, like, just watching some of them play, it's like, my God, I'm like
Yeah,
a complete
think-
noob compared to them.
That's the thing, you see them play, and then you kind of think, I wish I could do that.
Yeah. It's like afterwards I just, like, played, because I had Smash Brothers on the 3DS, I don't have the Wii U version anymore, so I thought I'll just have a quick go on that. I got destroyed online.
Right, really?
Huh? Yeah, I
You
got destroyed online.
Is that because
Yeah.
you haven't played for ages? Or is it...
Well, but I ain't been
Players
that good at
just not too
Smash
good.
as well, so...
I remember we used to play Smash on the Wii U, that was kind of fun.
Yeah, hopefully it does come out for Switch.
Yeah, I'd definitely get Smash for Switch, definitely.
I thought that announcement was coming. I saw it Sunday night finals for Smash 4. It's just like on
Alas,
TV
it
as
wasn't
well.
to be.
Nope, unfortunately not.
Okay then, I don't know if you've got anything else to add to fighting games. Discussion.
Nope,
If
that's
not,
it.
I'll move on to the questions. So the first question is from RyMonkey3. It says, what is your guys' favourite wrestling game? Now, I kind of answered this earlier on, but I wasn't specific enough. I think it has to be SmackDown 2, WWF SmackDown 2. Because obviously you can do crazy things like fight in the backstage area, smash people through walls and all sorts of mad stuff.
Yeah.
It's definitely the peak of fun. It's the one that I have the most memories of playing, put it that way. Like, SmackDown versus Raw 2007, it's like, not really spectacular happens for me.
Mm.
I don't know about yourself, I don't know if you've got a favourite wrestling game.
I wouldn't actually say I do. I can't really. It's weird. Like I just like my mind's gone blank on WWE stuff, like wrestling, like when the video games.
I must admit the games are never particularly amazing. They're all right.
Like everyone goes on about No Mercy. This one game I never played, like on the
Here
N64.
Comes the Pain's another popular one.
Oh, on the PS2.
Yeah. But see, I was never really into wrestling at that point. I got out of it quite hard.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think SmackDown 2, maybe actually like I said earlier, WWF, Warzone on the PS1. I remember that being crazy, that game. Obviously, I can't use any images of it because it was so old. The graphics don't work on big TVs.
Dated, yeah. Did you ever play the Simpsons wrestling?
No, I didn't.
On
actually.
the PS1.
No, I didn't. I imagine that's quite fun.
Yeah, I think it got like critically panned though.
Oh right, okay, fair enough. Maybe.
Yeah.
So hopefully that answers that question.
Mm-hmm.
The next question is from Ring Rust. It's a bit of a casual question. This I wasn't quite sure if you're asking this like for the comments or if it's to read out, but I'm going to answer it anyway. Are you considering playing Fire Pro Wrestling, or whether is it Fire Pro Wrestling World? Sorry.
Yeah, it is now because it was originally a PS2 game, so they're like bringing it back. Early access on Steam.
If this game was to come to PS4 or Switch, I'd probably check it out.
It is coming to PS4.
It is. Do we know
Yeah.
when?
They haven't said no when because it's early access at the moment on Steam.
Yeah, I might check it out then, but I don't know. I don't have any interest in checking it out right now. People seem to like it, but for me, it just looks kind of, I don't know, dull.
What, because of the graphics, or do you mean?
It just looks really simplistic. I don't know, it's weird.
Alright. People say it's quite complex, though, like the grappling system and stuff like that.
Maybe it's worth a shot.
And the
Is it something you're looking at picking up?
Yeah, well, I've actually bought the game. I haven't played it yet myself. I'm just gonna, because it's got Steam Workshop on it, so you can literally like people, because apparently the character creation's quite in depth.
Yes, I've seen quite a lot of these ones. Actually.
Yeah, so you can like mech whoever, like legit anyone.
Yeah.
And put anything in. So, and the good thing is you don't really have to do it because like with Steam Workshop you can just search who you want.
Yeah, I must admit, Steam Workshop's really good for that sort of stuff. I've seen images of like John Cena fighting Kenny Omega and stuff like that, and
yeah, and they actually have their moves as well. Yeah,
yeah, and like Goku and Mario and crazy people like that if you want that sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, I think they'll probably bring that to PS4 because I think on the PS2 they did have the mods in place that you could
how would that
do
work,
on the
then?
USB.
Would it be like how Skyrim works with the mods?
I imagine so.
You just go to a specific area and it's like, these are the ones you can upload, choose which ones you want, tick box.
Yeah.
Go across.
It's always weird with licensing and stuff,
game,
isn't it?
Yeah. But without those mods, I can't imagine how that game would work that well.
Well, I think they did license like New Japan wrestlers because like, I think on the older ones they had like Nakamura and stuff like that.
Alright, okay. You obviously won't be getting now because in WWE, but well.
Yeah.
So that's the answer to that. We will check it out at some point, hopefully.
Mhm.
Now this is a tricky one. It's from Johnny Moore again. Absolutely killing it with questions. Which game, in your opinion, was furthest ahead of its time? Now, this is a tricky one. I had to think quite hard about this. There's 3 games I came down to, which you might agree with me. I'm not sure.
Right.
The first one, having never played it, but just listening to what everyone says about it, is Shenmue. Obviously.
Yeah, actually, when that question came in mind, I was like thinking of that actually. Because thinking that's what started all the big story games off and stuff like that.
Yeah, and the huge open world stuff and all the little side quests and all that stuff. It seemed mad. Basically anything on a Dreamcast.
Yeah. Well, it's mental that, isn't it? Like that game, I think every Dreamcast owner had to buy 3 copies of the game for it to become profitable.
Wow, that's crazy. It's like, you've made some amazing and terrible at the same time.
Yeah. Well, it had like real life stuff as well. Like it had like McDonald's and stuff like that and Coca-Cola. Like, just to bring that world a bit more real. And the voice acting.
That's the answer to this question. I don't think there's any other particular thing that can answer it.
Yeah.
the fact that they put so much in the game that they were losing money on it is crazy. That shows you how much they wanted this game to succeed.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still... I doubt it still holds the record now, but it was one of the biggest budgeted games.
And somehow it got a sequel. So I'm guessing it got its money.
I think it got the sequel because Microsoft put a bit of money in because it came to Dreamcast and they ported it over to Xbox.
Well,
the second one.
Dreamcast kind of failed a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, that was the end of Sega.
The console itself was ahead of its time.
Yeah, like it came on with online, didn't it? Like that was the first online games console.
And Nintendo still can't get that right now.
No.
Almost, 15 years later or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. So yeah, I think that's the answer to that question. Shenmue. I don't know if you've got anything else you could add to that.
No, like...
Other games maybe you could throw into the mix.
No, that was the one what came to my mind.
I was thinking Metal Gear Solid in the storytelling perspective, because basically Kojima, anything he does is just ahead of its time.
Yeah. Well, like with the controller port thing and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's so many crazy ideas in that, which still have never been like replicated to this day.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when it comes down to it, Shenmue is the one.
Mm-hmm.
It basically
I'd agree with
pioneered an entire genre.
Yeah. And we got Shenmue 3 coming, is it next year? Or?
Yeah, which I imagine he's going to play quite safe with. I can't imagine that being as big and open, as broad as the first one.
Yeah, well, it's a Kickstarter, so it's not going to be as big budget.
I imagine it'll be very narrow and focused, but it'll get the people the story that they want to see.
Yeah. Hopefully 1 and 2 do come as a HD remaster. Come on, Sega. You know you want to do it.
Definitely buy that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely buy
Yeah, but it could be a Gamescom announcement.
It could be, and I hope it is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the questions. We like to close our show off with a recommendation. What would you like to recommend this week, Play?
Splatoon 2.
Yep, I was going to say the exact same thing. This game is so jolly.
Yep.
Honestly, you just have a smile on your face. It's not even that difficult either. If you're not good at competitive shooters, I think you can still have fun in this.
Well, it's because it's not about kills, is it? Like, you can... like, the main mode, like, you just have to, like, put ink on the floor. That's it.
But you do notice, actually, when people go for kills and they've got, like, 20-odd kills or whatever...
They're at the top of the leaderboard.
Well, not necessarily, because I often find the scores are quite low.
Right.
You know, like, there's always a guy ahead of him because he splatted more.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I definitely think it's got a nice entry cap, but it's also kind of, like, tough.
A bit competitive,
at the same time.
yeah.
Depending on who you get in your lobby, it can be, kind of both.
Mm-hmm. Like, I even love, like, the close moments. Like, last night, I lost by 0.1%. Like, you kind of want to be annoyed, but you're like, oh, like,
you're
like
looking
you're disappointed.
at the map and you see the coverage, and it's like, who the hell's won there?
Yeah.
And then it pops up and it's like, no!
Yeah, like 0.1. I was like, oh, come on.
Or even better when you win by 0.1.
Yeah. Works both ways, I suppose.
I find it's weird, actually, because you still get, like, rewarded for losing, weirdly. Like, you still get your points and you can level up and stuff like that.
Yeah, you get a win bonus of 1,000 points, don't you? Instead of,
So it's not a complete bust if you lose. So it's always moving, and it's fast paced as well. It's only 3 minutes a match, so every 5 minutes you're in a new game.
Yeah.
So you can get so much in for your time. It's just a lot of fun. It's a nice like change from your typical CODs and your Battlefields and stuff like that.
Like you said, just a nice colourful game.
It is. The colour really helps. It just pops out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that is the end of Game Focus, episode 6. Hopefully tune in next time. If you've got any questions, leave them below. Goodbye for now.